Hello all, welcome back to Shane with Peg Leg. Appreciate you all being here and stopping by to watch. We're just doing a head shape today. Here, let me increase this a little bit. Can you see how much growth I have on the face and neck? That's coming out the day before Thanksgiving with a Yachi Knight's helmet razor with a Wizamet blade. So we're going to take all that off, no clipper trimming or anything. We're just going to go straight for the hair, straight with a razor, and see how well she does. It's kind of my face will be a test subject. Why not? Today's razor for the head shave, just a cartridge, the Gillette Mach 3. A 3-bladed thingy. Today's soap, HC&C Classics, Hendrix Classic and Company. Citrus Bomb Shave Stick. And I have the PAA Star Jelly and the HC&C, both these are unscented. The Star Jelly and the Balm are unscented, but I do have the big bottle of Citrus Bomb drops for both of those. You know, since it's citrus season, well, it will be for my turkey once I stuff it with oranges, limes, and lemons, but I should do a cooking show, huh? Best way to do a turkey if you do it in the oven. Get a turkey bag to bake it in. The day before, you thaw it out 3 days ahead of time. You can do this when it's frozen, but it's easier to do when it's thawed. At least the outside of it's thawed so you can peel the skin away from the meat. Mix butter, rosemary, thyme, a little bit of sage, poultry seasoning, garlic together, and some onion powder. Mix that all together in the butter. Make a nice mixture. Wear a rubber glove. Scoop some in your hand. Get in there under the skin and coat the meat all around the breast. Get those titties nice and lathered up with butter and herbs. Then, when that's done, take some more and coat the outside of it. Now cover that bird back up. Stick it in the fridge for at least 24 hours before you bake it. Let those herbs and that butter soak into that meat, and when you take it out and you put it into the baking bag, that's fine. Before you seal it up, or before you put it in the bag, take a lime, an orange, and a lemon, and you quarter them and stuff them inside the bird. Let all that citrus acid and that citrus smell and flavor saturate into the meat while it's baking. Excellent. And then the last half hour of it cooking, rip open your baking bag, or I usually just take a knife and slice it down the middle so it doesn't spill all over, and just open it up and take some more of that butter and lather the skin again to make it crispy. Perfect bird. Okay, anyways, some guys deep fry them. I don't have a deep fryer for a turkey, and I don't really want to, because that's a once a year thing for me, and that's a lot of oil I'm going to throw away. Alright. Anyways, this is the way I do it. You can smoke them too. I've never smoked a turkey. I could. I've got a smoker. I just never have. A lot of my family isn't crazy about smoked meat, so I just do it that way. Anyways, it's a good bird. Let's get on with this shave. The brush is my Turning by TanZ 26mm synthetic knot. I forget which knot he put into it, but he calls this he called it when he sent it to me the Joker handle. Because it had that kind of coloring to it. Okay. Dip this in water too. Oh, just flung. I dipped it in water and flung the water in my eye. That's smart. Dip it in the water again. Shake it off a little bit better this time. This is a fantastic scent, guys. I pick up grapefruit. Don't get me wrong. I do pick up grapefruit, but I pick up a lot of the orange off of it. It's a really great scent for me. Squeeze the brush. So as like Chris from CB Shave says, it's wet but not dripping. Look at that. Boom. Lather. Just using the tips. I'm not splaying. Could splay. Let's try splaying. I like just. It feels better on my head. Just the tips. Oh, I love that feeling. That's a good feeling. That's excellent. I'm getting ready to go see Mom. She's still in rehab. I'm gonna take her some clothes and some cookies. Mom loves cookies. So we're good there. Gillette Mach 3 5th use. See, it does have a pivoting head. Alright guys, if you remember my last, well maybe not last video, it was a video before I believe. I said something big was getting ready to happen, didn't know when, didn't know where, but something was going to happen, and probably relatively soon. Alright, I'll give you more information on that. I read another story about that. Since the story came out that Border Patrol caught 500 military-age young men, Syrian men, trying to cross the border. The question immediately arose, well, how many of them are actually here that they didn't catch? One think tank, which is on the left side of the aisle, said no more than 10,000. Another think tank that was middle of the road, no bias, not influenced by who writes their paychecks or anything, because you know scientists will always come to the conclusion that the people paying them want them to come to. You know, that's how we got global warming, because you know, first it was we're going to run out of oil, then it was acid rain, then it was ozone, then it was oil, ice age, acid rain, ozone, and now we get global warming. It's every decade has their own thing that is going to wipe out the world. Okay? And then of course you get all the fanatical idiots that believe it. So anyways, what I was saying, the one non-biased group, middle of the road, said there's at least 10,000 with a high of 50,000 in this country. Military age Syrian men, no women, no children, just military aged Syrian men. What's going on in Syria? A civil war, ISIS, all that shit, and these men are here for what purpose? Why did they come here? Just military age young men. No women, no children, what? So, you know, thinking people want to know. Oh, you're being a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm a free thinker. I want to know why they're here. And just the other day, I saw another story where the ATF has gone to Congress asking for more money. The ATF. ATFE, I believe it is now. It's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Okay, they went to the Congress for more money because they are short almost 18,000 weapons that they have lost. Not stuff they've confiscated from civilians or anything. This is stuff that was in their inventory that's been lost over the last year. Not 10 years, not 5 years, not 2 years. Over the last year, they've lost almost 18,000 weapons, and 71% of those are fully automatic. Not pull the trigger one time, one bullet, but pull the trigger back, hold it, and it empties the freaking magazine if you hold it that long. That's what they're missing. And they're saying most of them, how is it just most of them? Shouldn't it be all of them? But most of them were stolen out of agents' cars. Okay, this is the department of the government that complains to U.S. citizens about locking up your guns, keeping your guns safe, where nobody can get to them. Safe gun handling. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Keep your guns secure, keep them locked up. Keep trigger guards on them. Keep them where nobody can get to them. But you've lost almost 18,000 of them being stolen out of cars? This is why you cannot trust the government to run anything. If you look at the education in the United States, it's shit. They don't teach these kids anything but how to be freaking transgender anymore. Okay? All these little socialist groups are taking over. Yes, I said socialist. Groups are taking over. They're dictating how our children are taught. But there's people out there that want the government to run our healthcare system. I'm having a hard enough time most days dealing with the bureaucrats at the insurance office that are sitting behind a desk that could give a rat's ass if there's a treatment I need to save my life, and they're going, no, we're not going to pay that. I'm having a hard enough time dealing with them. And could you imagine trying to go through the red tape of the government? That's what the VA was for a long time. No, I don't want the government running everything. I want you to stay the hell out of this. And here's another little tidbit for you. Did you know the U.S. government has a department of railroads, of trains, a department that monitors railroads? Did you know that in the last year and a half, they've been arming their agents that monitor trains? What are you expecting? Train heist? Is this the old West again? Where you guys got guys riding up on horseback and jumping on the train and robbing it? Is that what we got again? Why? And they bought hundreds of thousands of rounds of ammunition. They're arming their agents and buying hundreds of thousands of rounds. What the hell is going on? The Department of Energy is the same way. They've been doing it. The IRS, good Lord, pay your taxes or we'll kick down your door and shoot everybody in the family. Haha, should have paid your taxes. And you see where the IRS is monitoring people's transactions of over $600. But Al Sharpton owes like $23 million in unpaid taxes. He's walking the streets. Why? If you or I owe $23 million in back taxes, do you think we'd be walking the streets? Oh, no. We'd be fending off Bubba in the bunk above us, trying to keep his sexual hands off of us. I'm glad I've only got another 20 to 30 years left to deal with this government in this country, because it has gone to shit, and I'm glad I won't be around to see the fall of it. But can you imagine? They've lost almost 18,000 weapons, and 71% were fully automatic because they were stolen out of people's cars. But I got to keep my guns locked up and safe? Our founding fathers would roll over in their graves if they knew about ATF and IRS. They would roll the hell over. Their heads would explode. Their little zombie heads would just pop right the hell off their bodies. Our world in the West is crumbling, guys, before our eyes. And nobody's doing a thing about it except for getting rich off of it. Nobody. Nobody. If they're a politician, you can guarantee they're bought and paid for. They're putting your tax money in their pocket, and they're laughing at us. And they're a scumbag. A lot of you guys are out there busting your ass 40 or more hours a week, getting a third of your paycheck confiscated in taxes, and then it's getting shipped to Ukraine, laundered, and sent back to them into their pockets, so that they'll vote to send more money to Ukraine. And that's how it's working, guys. Ukraine is lobbying U.S. congressmen to vote to send more money to them. And they're paying their election funds with the money. This is all turned into a crock and bull scheme. I forgot what the hell I was doing. I'm just doing touch-ups. I'm getting ready to do a whole frickin' shave again. Yeah, I'm fired up. I sit on my porch, smoke my pipe, have my coffee, and I read stories like that from the ATF, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Okay, that ain't gonna get it. I have to go to this, the little disposable for the channel on my head. Because it's simply a size issue. Look at the difference in the thickness of the head, the width. This won't get in there. This will. Okay, I got it. Alright, it's not going to get any better than that. Oh, well, I'm sure politicians are not just that way in this country. Or in Ukraine. I'm sure England has its fair share, and we know Canada does, because Trudeau is just nothing but a big bag of cow manure without the bag, and it's still steaming. I'm sure France is the same way. Italy, Germany, I'm sure everybody's the same way. All the politicians are only in it to line their own pockets. There's more millionaires in the United States Congress than any other collective group anywhere. On a salary of less than $250,000 a year, they're in for 20 years, which is bull. I mean, that should be their max. That should be like 2 terms in the Senate, 2 terms in the House, and you're done. Term limits. You know, they enacted term limits on the U.S. president because nobody should have that much power to be able to stay in office that long. But they didn't term limit themselves, did they? Oh, hell no. Because you can't go into office on less than $250 grand a year and come out worth $193 million if you did. Yeah, we got a few like that too. If you guys ever listen to Bernie Sanders speak, a couple years ago, he was the billionaires and the millionaires. He was always wanting to get rid of both of them. But he stopped saying millionaires now because he is now a millionaire. So he stopped saying millionaires. And his wife's a millionaire too because she ripped off that school and the school had to close. Whole nother story. Politicians and their wives sometimes are just as bad as each other. It's disgusting. And the only thing we can do, if you know the saying, is water the tree of liberty. That's the only thing we can do. And that's the reason we have a Second Amendment, to fight back a tyrannical government. And right now, we're there. And it's getting to the point. And that's the reason they want our guns so bad, is because everybody's starting to see how bad the government has become and how much of a bunch of crooks they are. And they're all fearing for their lives. That's what it's what it's coming down to. Seriously is. And it's sad. Very, very sad. Okay. Love the scent of that. I'm going to get off that horse. That horse is dead. I beat it to death. Okay, for this video. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. No, I don't use alum when I use a cartridge because it doesn't get that close to me. Shake this up. Unscrew the top. Squeeze out anything that was in the dropper. Fill the dropper back up. The Star Jelly aftershave, we're going to do that much. Sorry, did show it on camera. 3 drops. Mix it together. Wonderful scent. Wonderful scent. Spread it all over the head. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Hendrix Classics and Company unscented balm. Gonna use that much. 1, 2, 3. Did I get it that time? Mix them together. Excellent, excellent. So put some of that in the beard. Yeah. Make me smell good all day. Alright guys, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Mach 3, it's only got 3 blades. It's a good head shaver. I'm clean, as clean as I'm going to get with that kind of razor. Look at all this I got to take off. That's going to be a fun shave. That's going to be some hairy water when I get done. Oh, excuse me, my throat just closed up. Anyways, just trying to swallow, my throat went. Nope, you're not. I don't know if you guys, any of you other guys had that problem. Every once in a while my throat says, nope, you're not doing nothing. It lets air pass, but nothing else. Alright guys, appreciate you being here. Thank you. Oh, ran a little long. I was bitching. Yes, and I got a frickin' volcano on the side of my frickin' nose, if you noticed. I'm almost 60. Stop with the zits already. Alright, anyways, guys, appreciate you being here. I have a link to the... I have an affiliate link, excuse me, to the razor company. If you're considering buying from the razor company, please consider using that link. Yes, I get a kickback, but all that money that I get back goes into an account. And when that account hits $25, I get a $25 gift card to the razor company for you guys. I give it to you guys in a giveaway because you use the link, you get the monies. Alright? I don't ever keep any of it. And please check out the 4 channels I'll list in the description box. Those guys are all under 1,000 subs. I'm sure they would appreciate a subscription and a like. Oh, and please like this video. Make a comment. It all helps with the algorithms. Helps get my fat, ugly face out there so people can see it. And hear me rant. But you know what? That's what we do when we shave. We think and we talk to ourselves. Anyways, you guys all take care. I appreciate you being here. Enough of babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in a chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.